Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. Today I bring you some gameplay of the T-64A Hunter, a premium tank, a giveaway tank I suppose, because you can't actually buy this tank. I believe the only people who actually have this are those who were lucky enough to receive it during either Twitch giveaway events, or secondly, they had this event on where it was like a raffle for 100 players on each server, so 100 American players, 100 European players. So around 200, 250 probably people have this tank. I don't actually know the actual figures. So what is the T-64A? Basically it's a modernized variant of the T-64, which is already in the game at Tier 4, and it's been improved in a number of ways. Its mobility with regards to its traverse and turret traverse, specifically, or rather, mostly its turret traverse has been improved. Its gun has also been improved since Tier 4. The Tier 4 T-64 has a 115mm gun, and I believe that's the same as the one that's on the T-62. Anyway, this is a 125mm gun, which you see on the T-72s, which, coincidentally, are at the same tier. Now, the T-72 has better penetration, better damage, and better DPM compared to this vehicle, which is somewhat disappointing. The armor on this vehicle is good from the front upper plate perspective. Its side armor is bad, its rear armor is bad, its turret front armor is okay in this tier, but it isn't effective against tier 6s and 7s. And you see there we just got penned, probably in the lower plate, I didn't actually check, but knocked out our driver, so most likely a central lower plate shot, or possibly where the viewports are, but most probably in the lower plate. We repair, or rather heal our driver. Gun depression is not bad on this vehicle. It's better than some Soviet vehicles, some Russian vehicles as well, which is nice. The aim time is similar to that of the T-72. It's about 2.7 seconds, I believe. I'll have the stats of the vehicle and its armor and such on the screen, as I usually do, so you can see for yourselves. But it's pretty similar to its predecessor, but it's just faster, basically, and harder hitting. And a lot of players will probably like the vehicle. Now, this vehicle alongside the Chieftain 6 Mark 6 are the two tanks that I believe have been given away in events. Specifically, they haven't been offered for money or gold or whatever. So this tank is definitely better than that of the Chieftain 6. It has better armor, better gun, better mobility, etc, etc. Probably better camera rating. It also has 370 meters view range, which it does at base rather, which is an improvement over the T-72, which only has 330, so you will spot targets for yourself more likely than that of a T-72. The accuracy is okay at 0.09 on my machine. I do have improvements to the gun, probably chrome barrel lining, and I believe I also have a hull reinforcement. I'm not actually sure, I have to check. But the health pool is not really that good on this vehicle. It is only 1510. You see there's a Type 82 over there, which is a tier 5 MBT, along with this Chieftain Mark 6, both of which have more than 1500 hit points. 300 in this case of the Chieftain. So, especially in tier 7 games, I've fought against things like Centurions, which will two-shot kill you if they're firing heat. Or if they're lucky with their AP rounds. So you're not exceptionally durable with regards to HP. Kind of messed a shot up there on this, on that BMP3. We'll see him later. Ooh, very lucky that we weren't actually being targeted by that, folks. And yes, we can get one shot in. 403 damage, take off the majority of his hit points. He's only on a third now, which is good. Maybe making a bit of a risky push here. The Fox could easily come back and shoot us in the back, but we have a full health T-72 Ural here, and I believe we can deal some damage on his rear. There we go. 386. into his engine deck. Loading another round here, heat round this time. Was going to go for the rear, but he turns around, so he's trying to hide his lower plate, come forward. Hit him in the lower plate for 532 damage, which is a substantial leap. About 130 more damage than that of AP rounds, with the exception of that Chieftain Mark 5, which we did 450 damage to. So all in all, what do I think of this T-64A? Well, if you like the T-64, which I do, it's nice to play, because you have basically a better T-64. However, you're not fighting tier 3s in this vehicle, unless you're very, very lucky. And definitely you're not as strong as a T-64 is in that matchup in its tier. You have a lot of good competition in this tier, specifically things like T-72s. That Leopard 105, for instance, has much better DPM, much better mobility as well. What else do you have? I'd say this vehicle is probably better than the M60A3. Although the M60A3 used to be very good, I'm not sure if it's still as good as it once was, however. So back to the game, there is only the BMP3 remaining. We saw him earlier, we managed to take a shot at him, but it missed, or just hit the ground way in front of him instead. So instead of going chasing after a very mobile armoured fighting vehicle, the 4 remaining MBTs on our team, including myself, decide to remain in the cap and try and wait him out, which means he has to interrupt the cap within 40 seconds to have a chance of winning. Hiding around the terrain will also help us, remaining undetected. He deploys smoke. Seems he's been spotted, but it comes from the other direction. There he is. I try and reverse to get the shot, but he pulls around the corner before I can. So we're just waiting for him to pop up. There he is. BMP3 goes down. Secure the last roughly 400 damage on him and win the game. So the T-64 is an interesting tank to play. It has a unique skin, which is somewhat garish on that map, but you know, that's just cosmetic features. It's okay. It's not my favourite tier 5. I think I still prefer the T-72 and of course the WZ-12244 because... sorry, not 44, the 1224, because it is very, very strong in regards to the turret front. The turret front of the T-64A is okay, but definitely weak in tier 6 and 7 games. Well, predominantly tier 6 and 7 games. So there we go, 4,475 damage done. Almost, well, we would have received 384,000 credits with premium account, but we don't have it active. 2,633 base experience, 10 spots, 2 enemies destroyed, I believe that is. And yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to share it, leave a comment, like the video, whatever. And as always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.